So this is a quick video on how to remove the end cap from your Sonicare toothbrush without destroying it. You'll see other people recommending videos where you put a screwdriver in the hole and twist it. Well, if you look at the end here, it's not exactly round, so you're going to be wrecking something. And the fact that it's not round, it's kind of oval, also kind of tells you that it wasn't twisted in. It's sort of press fit. So what you need is a Sonicare toothbrush, of course, and a screwdriver with a metal tip. My camera's not very good, unfortunately, but it's reasonably thin, which is very important, and reasonably wide, but not too wide that it's too wide, of course, but not so thin that when you do get in between the plastic, when you leverage it, it's not going to mar the plastic too much. So let me intercut a video or a picture of an actual cap that's removed from a Sonicare. You can see that there's a rubber gasket and a plastic lip. So all you really need to do is to be able to leverage the cap out is to be able to get deeper than the original plastic lip, but go no further than the gasket seal. You'll use your screwdriver and kind of get in between where the gasket seal and the lip is to pull it out, or to leverage underneath and kind of pry it out. So we'll do that right now. Coming back to the work here. So what you'll do is you'll see sort of the rubber overmolding and the hard plastic of the end cap. And what you're going to do is just slowly jimmy it in, and you want it to go in probably just about a millimeter, 2 millimeters at the most, like an 1/8 of an inch or a 1/16 of an inch. And you just slowly work it in. And if you have a thin enough tip, you'll feel a bit of a click. That means you've kind of broken the original lip of the outside tip or the outside shelf. And then you'll just slowly lever it up, and you'll see it's coming up just a little bit, and slowly work your way around. Not too much. You don't really need to do it too much. You don't want to mar too much of the plastic. But you can see that it's coming out pretty quickly already. And hopefully you can see that there's the black rubber gasket there. So you just slowly work your way around, gently twisting at this point. And again, like I said, it's an oval shape, so there's no point in twisting it if you're trying to break the tabs. And if it was pressed in, it can be popped out. You know, the plastic hooks aren't that strong. But just sort of work it. I'm taking my time, of course. But work that. Just give it a general twist. If the cap is still attached to the actual mechanism, it'll pull the whole thing out in one piece. You can see, well, just pushing on it, it actually popped out. So, yeah, from that point, you just pull it out. And there it is. Your end cap and the whole mechanism removed without destroying the end cap. Still basically 100% position. All the tabs are still working. Can't really see it, but I haven't really marred it very much. And you see this distance here. You've got about 2 millimeters to remove it, and without actually damaging the rubber gasket. And since you don't dig deep down that far, you also don't really mar the interior of the Thank you very much. So yeah, from there, you got your housing, your actual machine for the Sonicare. Mine's broken, that's why I took it apart to play with it. But usually this little tip, something breaks. But everything else seems to be okay. There's the battery there that you can replace. If you're going to buy one, or if you can get people to sell it, like myself, I might possibly, instead of having to deal with unsoldering the battery tabs here and here, you might be able just to get this whole lower unit and just unsolder the this mechanism here. So yeah, to put it all back together again, it's pretty simple. You just make sure it fits in the groove. Make sure the tip pops out. And oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that when it goes back in, there's like a shock absorber right here, and it compresses just a little bit. So when you put it all back together again, just make sure it comes through the hole nicely. There we go. Make sure the hole is lined up properly. And sort of push it in, and you can see the tip get in there. So if you do it this way, you basically guarantee yourself, like there's a gasket here, there's a gasket here, pretty well a functional waterproof unit again. Just make sure it pushes all the way in. Again, mine's broken, but maybe you can hear that. All working together again. So if you have any questions or comments, just leave a note in the notes below. And thanks for watching.